So good evening. I am Savannah. This is Moderate Kripalu Yoga. It's Wednesday evening. Thank you for being here with me. Can't do this without you. So Kripalu Yoga. Kripalu is the lineage of yoga that I was certified in, and it is what I consider my practice. Kripalu means compassion. And this lineage of yoga was created in honor of Swami Kripalu. Swami Kripalu was born on January 13th, 1913. So it is his birthday, hurrah. Swami Kripalu was an artist and an incredibly sensitive being. He contemplated taking his own life, and it was the path of yoga that saved him. He called himself a pilgrim on the path of love. One quote that I really love from Swami Kripalu is, "Truly the wise proclaim that love is the only path, love is the only God, and love is the only scripture. Only love can bring unity and remove the separation between all beings. Only love purifies the mind and body. Love is not far away. It is as close as your own heart. You can find it living there without walking a single step." Swami Kripalu was also very famous for saying that the highest form of spiritual practice is self-observation without judgment. So the practice is all about compassion. It's about connecting to your own heart, your own life force energy or prana, tuning in and letting these things flow. So tonight, as you move through your practice, I implore you to cultivate a sense of ahimsa, of nonviolence, or loving compassion for self. Close the eyes. Find a comfortable seat. Heavy the tailbone towards the earth. Begin to lengthen the spine. Shoulders roll back and down. Gently lifting through the back of the neck. Rooting down through sits bones, outer thighs, outer edges of feet. Even as you sit here with great attention, find some ease. Softening the belly, the forehead, and the jaw. Begin to notice the wind of breath moving through you. First, just observing without trying to alter or change. Where do you notice the breath? What is the quality of breath? Is it full and deep or shallow? Slowly begin to deepen the breath now. Coming into your Dirga Pranayam, 3-part yogic breath.
Oh.
Breathing deeply into belly, ribs, chest. And exhaling chest, ribs, and belly. Let the breath move through you like a wave, rising and falling, bringing all of your focus there. When we bring our attention to the breath, we bring the body, mind, and spirit into unison. And that's what yoga is, unity. Continuing to grow and lengthen your breath, slow and steady. Perhaps as you breathe, keeping your attention on your heart center, the Anahata, heart chakra. With each inhale, filling with prana, with energy. With each exhale, releasing anything that doesn't serve in this moment. Send it to the earth. Next time you inhale, hold the breath at the top of your inhale. And as you hold the breath, see if you can relax the body. Even as tension builds, as energy builds, can you find a sense of ease here? When you can no longer bear witness to this energy building, release the breath slowly through the nose and exhale completely, drawing belly button into spine. The bottom of your exhale, take another full, deep Dirga breath and hold at the top of the inhale. Again, allowing energy to build, sitting in the space of witness. And when you can no longer observe, slowly release the breath through the nose. At the bottom of that exhale, one more time, draw in a deep, full, complete breath, biggest breath yet. Hold the breath at the top of that inhale. Witness, feel. And when you're complete, release the breath. Come back to a natural breath. And just notice how you feel. Has anything changed? Even with that short pranayama practice. On your next breath in, bring the arms around and up. Palms come together. Exhale, draw hands through heart center. Again, arms come out, around and up. Deep breath in. Exhale, draw that medicine into the heart. One more time. This time on the exhale, we'll join our voices in the sound of Om. Om. Take a moment here, hands at heart, and come up with an intention for your practice, a sankalpa, something you'd like to create here. And if you'd like, maybe switch the cross of the legs if it's become uncomfortable. Bring the left fingertips to the earth, root down through both sits bones, and find a beautiful long spine. Inhale the right arm up, and exhale, bend over to the left. Inhale right back up, and exhale other side. Just a simple lateral stretch to begin. Inhaling center, exhaling side, keeping both sits bones firmly rooted into the earth. Belly button drawing towards spine. Keeping the winds, the channels running up and down the spine, free and clear, long line of energy. You can send the gaze up or down or forward, depending on what your neck would love this evening. Next time the left hand plants, swing the right arm down and around, left arm follows, and we'll flow back and forth. Oh, feel free to make noises. Oh, just acknowledging the body and the sensations that are present. Oh, and exercising that throat chakra. Oh. I'm a very vocal yogi. I wasn't always. It took me years of practice. Oh, and then make some circles. Pause on one side and make some circles with the top arm. Either side, doesn't matter. Just getting a little deeper into that shoulder. Circling wrist. And taking any free movements that feel good. Maybe reversing the circles. And then rise back to center. Come down on the other side and same thing. Make some circles. Getting into that shoulder. Maybe there's a lot of snapping, cracking, and popping like there is for me. No matter what's happening, remaining present and kind. Come back to center. Come right to hands and knees. So finding a place where hips are right above knees, shoulders right above wrists. Spread the fingers very wide as you can. Biceps spinning forward, triceps back. Take a little look behind you. If you can see the feet, just tuck them in such a way that they're hidden behind the knees. Press the shins, the tops of feet, hands into the mat. Find that beautiful integrity of the spine. And then curl the toes underneath, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Cow. Exhale, tops of feet come down, belly button to spine, drop that chin, cat. And flow, yogis. Find the rhythm of your breath. Find the fluidity of your prana. Maybe even closing the eyes. And then as you flow through, maybe think about moving from the heart space. Opening up the back of the heart as you come to cat and the front as you come through cow. Breath is deep and full, unencumbered, unobstructed. Spine rippling like a wave. And then come to table. Bringing the left palm a little bit towards the center. Inhale the right arm up and exhale, thread it through. And we'll float in and out. Inhale, reaching long, and exhale. Maybe you make a little noise. Ha! Maybe it becomes a cleansing breath. Ha! 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 One more time. Ha! And then land on that right shoulder. Maybe you'd like to take that left arm and wrap it around, coming into a little half bind. Maybe you'd like to extend the left leg, pressing through the heel. Pressing into right shin, right top of foot, every toe. Use the support of the earth. Let her anchor you. When our foundation is strong, we find more flexibility, more strength, and more opening. Deep breath. What is the mind doing in this moment? If there are thoughts, are they kind? If the left leg is extended, come to the knee, unwrap the left arm, come back to table, bring the handprints, or the hands, one handprint in front, and then make some big circles with the hands. Then take them in the opposite direction. And then find your way back to table. This time, right palm comes to the center. Inhaling the left arm up and exhale, thread it through. In and out. Maybe it becomes a cleansing breath. Ha! Ha! If the cleansing breath doesn't work for you, then move in a slower way. Ha! We are building a little heat here. Ha! Working with the core. Ha! One more time. Ha! And then land on that left shoulder. Ha! Take that right arm and wrap it around. Maybe pressing back through right heel. If you're extending the leg, being mindful to keep the hips very even here. We're twisting from the place just above the belly button. Solar plexus, power center, fire. Breathe. Pressing into that shoulder, the back of the hand, left shin, left top of foot. Continuing to extend back through right heel if the right leg is straight. Let's take one more breath. And unraveling. Coming back to table, and once again, bringing the hands a little bit forward, make some circles. And take it the other way. And then press back into child's pose. Sinking the hips back to the heels, forehead to the mat. If the forehead does not reach the mat, make a little pillow with your hands. Find a point of contact with that third eye. Maybe rock the hips a bit side to side, maybe forehead side to side. Release any holding, any tension, any rigidity. On your next breath in, flow up to table, curl the toes underneath, press up and back, exhale, down dog. And in your down dog, find a little freedom. Find some movement and exploration. You're an adventurer. And your body is the uncharted new land. What can you discover here? Maybe you can move in a way you've never moved before. What would feel so good, so delicious? And then pausing in stillness, pressing evenly into the palms, sending the weight more towards the fingers. Take a couple of breaths here. Maybe shake the head no and yes. And then walk the feet up to the hands. Forward fold. Maybe the knees are quite bent. Shoulders moving away from the ears. Maybe there's a little rock side to side. Maybe grabbing opposite elbows and sinking even deeper. Bring the hands to the shins, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Pressing into the feet, inhale, using your belly strength, come all the way up, flat back, arms lift to sky, palms draw to heart center. Close the eyes. And just feel. Notice what is present. Notice how things are shifting. And turning to face the long edge of your mat, step the feet wide. You can release the hands. Toes are turning out towards the corners of the mat. Draw the tailbone down. Lift through the back of the neck and then bend into those knees, sending the knees away, goddess legs. Hands can be on thighs. Maybe just a little side to side to begin. Sinking a little bit lower. Take a deep breath in and lengthen. Exhale, take that left shoulder to right knee. Send the gaze behind you. Inhale, come back up. And exhale over to the other side. And a little side to side here. You can try closing the eyes and playing with your balance. Just a little tricky. Or keep the eyes open. Always yogi's choice, your practice. And then come back to center. Take a breath in, lift the arms, straighten the legs, 5-pointed star. And then exhale, come down, goddess, coming into goddess arms. Inhale, rise. And exhale, goddess. Now let's make some sweeping circles. So inhaling the arms up, exhale, arms cross in front. Maybe try playing with closing the eyes again. Maybe not. It's fun to play though. Requires a lot more concentration. And then maybe take those circles in the opposite direction. Enjoy the breath. Enjoy the movement. Enjoy this beautiful body you've been given. And then coming to stand, legs straight. And turn the toes forward a little bit and shorten the stance. Dropping the right hand to the right thigh. Inhale the left arm up and exhale side bend. Inhale, both arms come up. Exhale, bend over to the other side. Little back and forth. Little gentle breeze. Slowing down. And then both arms come down. Bring the feet together. Close the eyes. Bring a hand to the belly and a hand to the heart. And just feel. Let your feet root to earth. Tailbone descending. Crown lifting. Knees are soft. Buttocks is loose. Find some ease. Connect to your roots. Breathe. Silence is so precious. Step the feet wide again. Turning the right toes to face the short edge of the mat. Left toes turn in. Press into the feet and lift. Lift the sternum. Lift the crown. Inhale the arms out at shoulder height. And then begin to reach forward with those right fingertips, sending the left hip back and coming to Trikonasana. Whatever version of triangle works for you. Pressing into all four corners of both feet. Maybe circling that left breast. Maybe even making some circles with the arm. If that feels good. Try it out. Maybe you'd like to take a bind with that left arm, opening up the heart just a little bit more. Where is there gripping? Invite the breath to those places. If you've taken a bind with that left arm, extend it back towards the sky. Grab onto that sky hook and come on up. Right toes turn in, left toes turn out. Press into both feet. Lift through the sternum. Inhale the arms, shoulder height. And reach forward with left fingertips, sending right hip back. Trikonasana, triangle, other side. Again, maybe making some circles with the wrist. Maybe some big circles with that right arm. What would feel delicious here? What would make this more easeful and enjoyable for you? Maybe taking a bind. What is it that your body needs? More heat, less heat. If you've taken the bind, unravel, grab that sky hook, come on up. Feet face front once again. Bring the hands to the hips. Drop the tailbone, take a deep breath in, lift the gaze. Exhale, hinge forward. Wide-legged forward fold, release the hands to the earth. Maybe let out a big old sigh. I love a good horse lips. Great way to release tension in the head and the neck and the whole body. Shoulders moving away from the ears. Crawl the hands over to the left leg. Grab hold of that ankle and send the gaze behind you. Come back to center, other side. Sending the gaze behind. And then back to center once again. Draping yourself here and just allowing yourself to surrender for a couple more breaths.
And then bringing the hands to the hips, pressing both feet into the ground, and slowly coming up. And once again, right toes turn towards the short edge of the mat, left toes turn in. Press the feet into the earth, inhale the arms up, and then exhale, bend into that right knee. Warrior two, Virabhajasana 2. Find a very solid stance here. Notice if the toes are gripping, release any gripping in the toes. Pressing evenly through both feet, reaching evenly through both arms, planted firmly in the center, in the present, in the now. And find a little liquidity, a little forward and backwards, reaching. Maybe closing the eyes here. Let the top of your body become like water. Maybe you can tune into the life force energy, the prana flowing through you. Notice how it would like you to move. Remember, you're an adventurer on an expedition of this uncharted land of your body, of your spirit. What can you discover here? Find your way back to center. Drop the left hand to the left thigh. Inhale the right arm up and back, peaceful warrior. Make space between right elbow and right knee. Notice if that right knee is collapsing in and draw it away. Inhale, come back up. Release the arms, straighten the leg. Toes turn forward. Take a moment to breathe. To allow the energy to settle, to move in any way you need to release. Or just allow the stillness to settle the energy. Right toes turn in, left toes turn out. Press into both feet, lift through the sternum. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, bend into that left knee. Find your foundation. Find a place where you are stable, safe, and strong. Notice your self-talk in this moment. Is there any? If there is it kind? Find some liquidity. Begin maybe just reaching backwards and forwards, and then let yourself discover the energy on this side. Maybe different. Maybe an entirely new movement. It is the new moon, so it's a good time for discovery, for beginnings. What do you want to create? How free can you be in this moment? And then find your way back to center. Take a breath. Drop the right hand to right thigh. Lift the left arm and come back, peaceful warrior. Make space between left elbow and left knee. And breathe. Release any gripping in the toes. And I say that a lot because my toes are always re-gripping. So I need to be constantly reminded that it's okay to have a little ease here. Couple more breaths. And come back up. Straighten the leg, release the arm. Heel toe the feet together. Bring a hand to the belly and a hand to the heart. Close the eyes. Let the energy settle. Turning to steadiness of mountain. Returning to the home of your heart. Keeping that steady focus. Blink the eyes open and keep the gaze fixed on the earth. Bring the hands to the hips and find a dristi. Begin to bring the weight into your left foot, drawing left hip bone into socket. Long spine, squeezing everything towards midline. Open up that right hip and find a tree. Keeping the foot away from the knee. Pressing leg into foot, foot into leg. Bring the hands together at heart center. And keeping the thumb and pinky together, let the rest of the fingers come away, coming into lotus mudra. Shoulders are rolling back and down, pressing into that standing leg. Lift the lotus towards the sky. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Breathe. If you like, you can release the lotus. Opening your branches. Opening your heart. Keeping the gaze on your dristi. One more breath. And release, coming down as gracefully as possible. Bring the right palm to the center of your chest, left hand on top. Close the eyes. Kadaya Mudra, inviting in compassion, inviting in love. Again, blinking the eyes open, keeping that steady gaze, bringing hands to hips. Drawing the right hip bone into the socket, pressing the right foot into earth. Opening up the left hip and finding your tree on the other side. Oh, maybe it's different. Pressing foot into leg, leg into foot. Bring the hands together in Anjali Mudra. And then come to lotus. If you liked this on the other side and you want to try it here, lift the lotus to the sky. If you're wobbly, Bring all of your intention to your drishti, to your focal point. Steady the breath. Press that standing leg into the earth. Press left foot into right leg. Lengthen the spine. Woo! And if you come out, you come back in. That's what yogis do. Humans fall out and yogis come back in. And release that tree. Good work. One more time, coming into Gadaya Mudra, right palm to center of chest, left hand on top. Close the eyes and just feel. I would say that these pauses for integration are much more important than the asana themselves. Coming back to the top of your mat. Inhale the arms around and up. Exhale, draws the hands through heart center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, plant the palms down, step back to plank. And we'll stay here for a few breaths, so get comfortable. Fingers are spread wide. Extending back through the heels, reaching forward with the crown. Belly button drawing to spine. Long line of energy, tail to crown. Breathe into that fire building. Into any shaking, into any resistance. Even as tension builds, can you open more here? Is there something for you to receive here? Something to discover. Something new. Bring the knees to the earth, send the hips back to the heels, child. Let out a sigh or a moan or a groan. Maybe rock the hips side to side, forehead side to side. Inhale, rise up to table. Exhale, press back down, dog. Inhale, come back to table. Exhale, child. One more time, inhaling table. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, table. This time, exhale, sitting the hips onto the heels and then swinging the legs out in front. Take a little walk to the top of your mat. The feet into the earth, sits bones, extend the arms forward, draw the belly button to spine, tuck the chin, and slowly, using that belly strength, begin to come down. Slow as you can. How slow can you go? How slow can you go? If you're shaking, it is working. And when you arrive, enjoy that sweet release. Draw the knees into the chest, rock a little side to side. Those releases are so juicy. Make some circles with the knees. One direction and then take it in the other direction. Allow the knees to separate, opening up that pelvic area, drawing the Lower back to the mat. Take a couple breaths here. Feet come to hands. Happy baby. Oh, little exploration, maybe a little movement. Oh, it would feel good. Would it feel good to straighten the legs? Oh. And then release your hold of the feet. Oh. Bring the feet to the mat. Draw the right knee into the chest. Extend the left leg long. Take right knee with left hand and send the knee over to the left, maybe scooting that left shoulder blade over, finding a place where both shoulder blades rest on the earth comfortably, sending the gaze over to the right. Oh, and just let go. Be like butter on a hot pan and melt. Softening the breath. Simply be and receive the benefits of this posture. On your next breath in, come back to center, both knees into the chest, little squeeze. Bring the spine back into alignment. Extend the right leg long across the mat. Draw the left knee into the chest. Right hand takes left knee over to the right. Scooch that right shoulder over. And then send the gaze over to the left if that's okay on the neck. Coming into your supine twist on the other side. And melt. Butter in a pan. Sweet surrender. Peaceful, natural breath. Slowing down. Couple more breaths. And when you're ready, and only then, unravel, come back to center. And extend both legs up towards the sky. Pressing the sternum down into the mat. Find a place where bones are stacking on bone and you're using minimal effort to extend the legs here. Arms can be in cactus or on one hand on belly, one hand on heart, or any way that's comfortable. And we'll take several breaths here. Stimulating the vagus nerve, stimulating our rest and digest, preparing the body for Shavasana. Maybe as you sit here and breathe, just notice what is different, what has changed from the time that you came to your mat to now. Perhaps recalling your intention, inviting that energy in, welcoming whatever is present. Self-observation without judgment. Draw the knees into the chest. Give yourself a big hug because you've done such a good job. And take any final movements the body would just love. Couple moments to explore. Maybe putting on some layers. Getting yourself comfortable and ready to rest. Time to rest now. And when you arrive in your Shavasana, release any breath practice. Release any control, any need to do, any to-do lists that may be playing in your head. Let it all go. Feel the heaviness of your head, of your back, hips, legs. Muscle melting against bone, skin into muscle. Everything sinking. Lips are parted, tongue falls away from the roof of the mouth. The gentle wave of breath flows through you. Barely a whisper. Resting in darkness. Darkness where all things are born, where all life begins. Sacred darkness. The darkness is sacred. Rest here. You've done a good job. And it's time to rest now. Body is heavy, sinking. Body is light, floating. Gentle breeze of breath. In and out. Ebb and flow. Heavy and sinking. Light and floating.
surrender, let go, and just be. Kirpalu by Dana Falls. This path, this place, this endeavor, and this day are bigger than our vision. We are, each of us, a part of something vast. We speak and act, make our way through moments of despair and showers of grace. Radiant or bleak, we are already complete, and there is still much work to do. Our divine humanity shows through, and we are humbled, brought to our knees, raised up again, uplifted and received. We taste separation and the merging of souls. This path, this place, this endeavor, and this day have a life of their own, a mission we can't measure or contain, a purpose each heart articulates in different words, a destiny that will not be denied. Kirpalu, Shiva, Shakti, intertwined like a phoenix rising, scorched and sacred from the fire. Kirpalu is alive. Begin to deepen your sweet breath, yogis. Invite in more oxygen, more prana. Bringing the mind back into focus. Inviting in some movement, anything that feels nurturing and nourishing for you. Let it be a slow reawakening. Eventually, you'll come to rest on one side or the other and take a moment of pause in this place. And take your time getting there. When you find yourself lying on your side, take a moment to bring to mind 3 things that you're grateful for. Maybe one of them is even present right now. When you feel ready, return to Sukhasana, to an easy seat. Eyes are closed, attention within, holding on to that beautiful peace you've created. Join the hands together at your heart, bringing together the dualistic energies, sun, moon, masculine, feminine, light, dark. take a deep breath in and share an Om. Om. For your presence and your practice, I thank you for sharing space with me. Namaste, and as we say at Kirpalu, Jai Bhagwan, victory to the light of consciousness.